What about parts of my body that are not youthing? They're getting older. I mean, can I, using this method that you're teaching us about being in the feeling state, create regeneration of parts of my body,
yes.
such as graying hair, wrinkles? I've had a hysterectomy. I have a bad knee or a shoulder. Can I?
You can, but not from that vibrational feeling place.
So is there?
In other words, what we're getting at is this. As you understand that you are more like the tree than you think. In other words, as the tree drops its leaves and they come new again. Esther said she would like to be a chicken because she can't tell her little spring chickens from the old chickens because every year they all get new feathers. Esther said ladies should have feathers. Every year we would get new feathers. Well, what we are getting at here is that the cells of your body are continually regenerating. And if you could find yourself appreciating the spring and the summer and the fall and the winter of your experience, then in that appreciation you would regenerate the cells, and that which you are wanting as youth would be maintained eternally. In other words, you can't tell the old wolf from the middle-aged wolf. They are as agile and as clear-minded, you see.
So the answer there is continued appreciation to keep the valve open.
Yes.
And create whatever it is I want to
yes.
create in my body, whether it's a healing of a joint or coloring of my hair.
Yes. As you acknowledge the beauty of your hair, even if it is gray, in that vibration your valve is open, and then your truer wanting is satisfied. As you want your hair to be different than it is, and in that lackful mode you look, then vibrationally you close the valve that could allow it to be different. So the key is, how do I look at a wrinkled face and feel appreciation? Mm-hmm. How do I feel prosperous when my checks are bouncing? How do I feel well when they tell me I have cancer? And we say, you must not put so much credence upon the current condition, and you should let your vision of energy flow be dominant. And when you're able to look and see what you are wanting to see, rather than what everybody else sees, then you have the true vision of energy flow. And that's when you begin to create miracles. And we're not kidding you about it. In other words, that's when the physical manifestation that defies all of the properties of your physical laws begin to take place. It's because your knowing has superseded the vibrational habit of thought that is physical perspective and has entered into the realm of the broader awareness.
And that's where the pain from the knee joint disappears?
Yes.
When I've achieved that?
The pain from the knee joint disappears when you open your valve and acknowledge that the cells are doing their work. It's a very subtle difference between that which most of you call sensation and pain. So what happens is, let's say that you have an injury to a leg, or you're just out of balance for some reason. You twist. One day somebody gave Esther a hug that was so tight that it separated one of her ribs. And so as she has this sort of pain in her side, what is her first thought? Something's wrong. Well, what the pain was non-physical energy, knowing that there is something out of whack in her body, going right to work. And so the cells in that part of body are on active duty. The cells in that part of her body are vibrationally asking for non-physical energy. And if Esther, in feeling the sensation, would relax and say, help is on the way. All is well here. I feel this sensation, and what it means is the cells in that part of my body are acting much stronger, and they are summoning non-physical energy, and she would relax into the pain rather than tensing against it. Then she would allow the cells and the non-physical energy to do their work in that which we would call a near-instant healing. Somebody next to you is hacking, coughing, dripping, dribbling virus. This person coughs into the air, and you inhale the virus into your body. When that happens, the cells of your body, in that part of your body, know that the intruder is there, and right away begin to vibrationally respond to it. They vibrationally ask for non-physical energy to compensate. So the cells are asking, and the non-physical energy is answering. Now, if you're basking, if you're having a wonderful time, if you're appreciating, if your valve's wide open, then the communication between the cells and the non-physical energy is perfect. That virus is dealt with instantly. You don't even know it's happened, and you continue to thrive. But if you're ornery, if you are angry about something, if you are in a negative state of mind, and you ingest this virus without even being aware of it, then As the cells are doing their part and the non-physical energy is doing its part, you're setting up a resistance. So as you set up a resistance, the cells work harder, the non-physical energy works harder. You set up more resistance. Then you have that which you call sensation or pain. And then you say, something's wrong. And in the moment you identify something negative and you turn your attention to it, now the cells are working harder, the non-physical is working harder, but you've got an iron door closed. So when you feel pain, what we would encourage you to do is say, this is good. The cells know what they're doing. The non-physical energy knows what it's doing. And this thing that I have once called pain, I'm now going to call help on the way. And in the same way that I would relax and allow my mother to take a sliver out of my hand even though I didn't really like it, I'm going to relax and allow these little psychic surgeons to deal with my body on a cellular level. If you will allow the psychic surgeons to do it, there will be no scars. The resiliency of your body will be near perfect. If you go to the physician, it's like turning a chainsaw loose. In other words, the comparison of allowing the cellular surgery and the physical surgery is a big difference.